Welcome to the main event. Welcome to the main event. You on Facebook, feel free to send some stars. You know what I'm saying? You on X, hit the heart button. If you on YouTube, hit like. Nobody gets started real soon. We're about to start real soon. Yes, sir. Wiley, what's up, man? What it do? Wiley World in the motherfucking building. No far to do, man. No far to do. Let's get this show started, man. Welcome to the main event. I be your host, Main Event Fro. We're about to talk about what went down on Raw tonight. You know, we're a couple of days away from SummerSlam, where it's all going down. It's going down. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna hit y'all with the intro so we can dive right into it. Yes, sir.
Welcome to
Dom, I think I know what you were trying to do. Welcome to the main event.
Welcome to the main event. I be your host, Main Event Fro. New to the channel, hit the subscribe button. This is the place we go live at least 3 times a week. You can always click the link that pinned in top of the chat to join in on the conversation. And let me fix my camera. Hold up. Yeah. I had to reverse it, you know what I'm saying? But the show kicks off with CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Drew McIntyre. And Seth Rollins lays down the rule, which it looked like it may not be no rules, right? You know, like gonna be no rule because Seth Rollins like, hey, y'all gonna do what I say do. If I want to count to 30, I can count to 30. You know what I'm saying? You don't tap out till I tell you to. So that was a crazy segment. But Drew McIntyre ends that whole squabble with the bracelet. Shows CM Punk the bracelet. CM Punk cannot touch him. Drew McIntyre holds the upper hand on that. We get to the Judgment Day in the back room, and their locker room is trash. And Dom is acting dumb. Who did this? And Real, like, you know who did this. And she says she's going to rip Liv Morgan apart. Damion Priest also talks to Finn Balor about his match with well, they talked about Jay and Sam at first, and they were like, man, I thought we was over this. And Real thought this stuff was over with, but they get Carlito to go get a match with Sammy. But Carlito got Sammy a match with Dom. So he ended up going to challenging Jey Uso. Then Damian Priest was like, later on, he wanted to help Finn Balor win the match. Finn was like, nah, I can take care of myself. You guys don't think I can hold my own? And Damian Priest was like, yeah, man, I believe in you, my brother. I believe you can handle Gunter. But that was, I'm skipping some stuff. I'm going through the Judgment Day shit. You know what I'm saying? That pretty much what all happened, I think, in the backstage of Judgment Day. Besides, Rhea Ripley cut a promo on Liv Morgan. But we get our first matchup for the night. It was Otis and Tozawa versus the Creed brothers. And we already know that there was just a match to be a match to bring out the Wyatt Six. And Creed brothers picks up the win. They beat down on Otis in the end. Creed brothers Wyatt Six comes out. And we finally get the Wyatt Six unmasked. The Wyatt Six is unmasked. And Dexter Lumis got the dreads. I thought his dreads were I thought the mask had the dreads on it, right? But it was actually Dexter Lumis' hair. So that's a new look for Dexter. He looked deranged. Joe Gacy, same look. And Eric with the same look. But they finally get to do something in the ring. I was like, man, I hope that they do something besides just come out and put the lantern in their face. So they finally get to do something in the ring, and they put down the Creed brothers and Chad Gable. Well, Chad Gable ran. Then we had got Sheamus versus Brunson Reed. These two guys, we already know, hard hitting, big guys. You know what I'm saying? Smacking each other up. And Brunson leg somehow got stuck in the ropes, which the referee was acting like he was tied up in it. Pete Dunne hits Sheamus with the club. Brunson hit him with the splash for the 1, 2, 3. And Brunson says he tired of being in between people feuds, because that's all like Brunson is always in the middle. Stuck in the middle of somebody feud. And I'm tired of it too. I'm tired of it like he is. You know what I'm saying? So we need to get Brunson Reed out here to do some things. We get Jey Uso versus Carlito. Carlito didn't look like he was very interested in this match. Like, he didn't have no kind of face. He looked like he was ready to go home. I guess because he had to put the face expression on because he fucked up with the Judgment Day. But he looked like he was just ready to go home, right? Carlito goes for the apple. He bites into the apple a couple times. Gets hit with the spear, spits the apple out. I guess that was just for comedy. He gets pinned for the 1, 2, 3 by Jey Uso. Then in the end, Jey Uso takes a bite out the apple. Zelina Vega got interviewed backstage, and she got attacked by Shayna Baszler, Zoe, and Sonya Deville. And they put her arm against the door. Like, what they doing? They about to give Zelina Vega a spanking. They about to spank her, you know what I'm saying? But nah, they end up kicking her arm on the door and putting her out some more. Then we get the Miz getting interviewed backstage in the R-Truth segment, which sucks. It sucked this Raw. Xavier Woods versus Karrion Kross. They're still trying to get Karrion Kross trying to get Xavier Woods to turn to the bad side and join his team. But Xavier Woods get mad, attacks Karrion Kross. They put up a good match. All in the end, Karrion Kross puts down Xavier Woods. Now, this storyline is really going nowhere. No time, not really. I'm tired of it. Let's go and get Xavier Woods. Let's go and turn him heel and let him go and flourish. Or either just flourish without Kofi Kingston. Turn Kofi Kingston heel. Turn one of them heel, or just take Kofi Kingston out the equation altogether. Or do a trade or something. Trade Kofi to SmackDown or something. You ain't got to turn them heel. Trade them. Let both of these guys do their own thing. Sammy gets interviewed. Then we get a scene with Liv Morgan burning everything of Dom's. And Liv is looking deranged. She looking very deranged. And she says she's going to put an end to this thing with Rhea and continue her revenge tour. So I'm ready for SummerSlam for that one, to see how Dirty Dom plays a part in between the two. We get Dirty Dom versus Sami Zayn. Dom was hanging in there a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He had Sami Zayn shaking a little bit. You know how Sami do the little shake, like he on some lot of coffee and shit. He had Sami doing a little bit of the shake. But in the end, Judgment Day attacks Sami Zayn for the disqualification. Jey Uso comes out, helps him, put down Judgment Day. It's too many damn Bruns. Now I'm getting like Vince McMahon, goddamn. We finna start changing some names. You know what I'm saying? But Braun Breaker comes out and attacks Sami Zayn, which Sami Zayn stands on top in the end. And I like that kick when Braun was going for the spear, and he sold the hell out that damn foot to the face that Sami gave him. Chad Gable was in the back talking to Adam Pearce, and he was like, Sami Zayn was like, I know who the other people of the Wyatt Six is. I know who they is. Chad Gable, was you listening? Or you watching? Or you just talking?
Listening or you trying to talk?
You know what I'm saying? I know who the rest of the Wyatt Six is. Man, Chad, I'm dead, bro. I'm dead. So he challenged the Wyatt Six next week for a 3-on-3, which Adam Pearce grants him the match. Then we get Live Valkyria and the Party Girls versus Sonya, Shayna, and Zoe, which was a quick match. You know what I'm saying? Really just pushing the story for Damage Control. Because Sonya Deville and her team takes the win. Damage Control comes out, beats on them. Damage Control standing in the middle of the ring getting cheered. So I guess they're turning Damage Control face, right? Dakota Kai challenged Sonya Deville in a one-on-one match. She trying to be head to head of the snake. You know what I'm saying? So we'll get that match next week. It's good to see Dakota Kai coming back and getting back in the ring. Excellent. It's good to see Damage Control coming back because I love the Asian faces. Let's go. So we get all right, we getting down to it. We at the end now. Finn Balor versus Gunther in a good match. This the first time these guys met. They're supposed to fight like during the pandemic time, but they canceled the match. So this the first time these guys face. And I was thinking the other day, like, who hasn't Gunther beat yet? Finn Balor. He hasn't beat Finn Balor yet until tonight, which was a good match. And I knew Finn was gonna take it to him. So they're not playing Finn as a weakling right now. They're putting Finn back on the top of the list, and I like that. Long as Finn remains uninjured, right? But a good match. It took Gunther to put this guy out. You know, he had him in the chokehold. He got out of it. Goes for the stump. He misses. Gunther had to put him right back in the chokehold, and Finn Balor passed out. And I like the ending to it. Finn did not tap. He didn't beat him for the 1, 2, 3, but he just made him pass. I like that. It made Finn look strong. After the match, though, Gunther continues to choke out Finn Balor. Damion Priest comes down. These guys have a brawl. These guys brawl it out until Damion Priest stands tall at the end. This is the go home show for SummerSlam. Damion Priest standing tall is not a good sign. So Damion Priest may lose at SummerSlam, y'all. He may lose at SummerSlam. I thought they'll wait to bash at Berlin, but Damion Priest may lose at SummerSlam. They may take it early. You know what I'm saying? But overall, let me know what y'all think about Raw down in the comment area. Link is in the chat. Anybody want to come up and talk about what they think about Raw, talk about the storylines and stuff like that. So the link is in the chat. I don't know if it show up on Twitter X, but if you're on Twitter X and it doesn't show up, you can always come to YouTube and hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? While you here, make sure you hit the goddamn like button. It ain't hard. Just push the damn button.
Push the button. Come on. Push the button. Come on, push the button.
Yeah, come on, push your button.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button.
You heard what she said.
Damn like button. Hit the goddamn like button. You know what I'm saying? But we got Wiley World in the motherfucking building. What it do, Wiley?
Man? What it do, man?
Oh man, not much, man. Just cold chilling, late night, late screaming, was doing some editing, so you know how that go.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So what you think about Raw tonight, man?
Okay, so starting up from where the show began, I believe, Liv pretty much did a whole bunch of damage and burning up a lot of damage control clothing or attire. So that was a little bit nice. I know a lot of people were saying like that was comparable to I forgot what it was, but they said they compared it to another.
Yeah.
Let me make sure my camera said. Okay, hold on. Let me revise real quick. But but pretty much what they said was they compared it to other situations. I forgot what the other situation they compared it to, but it was sort of similar. They said, which, I mean, I don't really worry about it too much. It is what it is. But it's a nice little add-on. It's definitely a nice little add-on at this point as far as where this rivalry is. My only thing is I just can only hope and pray based upon this story that I can only just hope that Liv actually wins versus lose, because at this point, if she loses at SummerSlam, this is literally going to be like literally 2 title runs in your whole livelihood that you just sucked at, no matter if you're face or heel.
So I think she's gonna win. I just want to know how they're gonna portray it. Because Liv title runs and her wins when she wins it's not like it's not amusing when she do take the win. So I'm interested in how they're gonna play this out. Like they're gonna actually make Liv put up a fight before any interferences or any shenanigans happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like actually let her get some good moves in, you know what I'm saying, or add something to her arsenal.
I hope
And
so.
yeah, they got, I mean, at this point, if she doesn't like kind of add something in her move sets and make herself look good, man, it's going downhill for her. She just an extra character after she lose the title.
I mean, to be honestly with you, honestly, I can really see Rhea winning this because it's like they're not showing no rig room. There's no separation of the overall, Judgment Day really going on yet. They're really not showing Rhea and Damian separating yet. So it's neither two things. Neither A, she wins now, only to lose later when they separate, or neither B, she loses now, but she's going to be like and then the slow burn of the separation from Judgment Day is going to happen, and that's where she reclaims. One or the other, but something has to happen because Liv at this point, you 2 title runs, and you failed misery on both ends.
Right.
Because of
She just
WWE's booking.
She just ain't got that aura on her. You know what I'm saying? Like
No,
Alexa
I
Bliss.
no. To be honest, I think I think she has the aura. The problem is they don't sell her the way they should. That's the problem. They don't sell her the way she should. So the problem is the fact that they don't sell her, they just don't get over. It's just like she's not gonna get over. So yeah, that's my thing with that.
Yeah, she it's looking rough for her. It's up and downs for her.
It is.
So we'll see. I can't wait till SummerSlam to see how it play out though. Couple more days, people. Couple more days. Slow burn to Saturday, and we will have a after hour watch party once I get off work. We had an after hour watch party, and I can react to it. But
so
yeah, what else in the mood to next? What else happened?
because the next one was what, like Chad Gable and the Diamond Mine team.
Yeah, Chad Gable. Yeah, let's talk about that story. What you think about
Right.
that? Why is this coming out?
So I'm not surprised that they end up facing, Chad Gable facing his own teammates. Like I said, that was something I thought that they should have implemented because at least if he got into a match with them, he has a new team, right? Which I hope that was going to be the way he originally showed it, but not the case. But nonetheless, right? Got the new team. The new team beats his old team, and in the midst of that is like the Y6 come out. Now the only one pre caveat because of I forgot what the female name is, but I wish the other female. Okay, let me go
Nikki
look
Cross.
Huh?
It's on Nikki Cross.
No, not Nikki Cross.
Oh, you're talking about Ivy now.
Yeah. I wish she actually was a part of the team, like a part of the group, because if you remembered that moment, hold on, let me go look and see what is Raw. What is his female name? What's her name.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead.
Maxie Dupree. Maxie Dupree. You know, is she the daughter of the other dude that's named Dupree, or that's different?
I don't even know, bro. I know her and
Yeah, because I know they got
been brothers and sisters. I don't know if that was story or what.
okay. Because when I hear the word Dupree, I automatically think about those guys from back in the days that were named Dupree. So I'm thinking like, could she be the daughter? I'm like, okay, then. I automatically thought that, but Maxie Dupree, because I'm thinking, okay, with her involvement, I'd want that Ivory be involved in the mix, and that would be like the signal of replacing her, because he already throw those seeds in there, like, oh yeah, you're definitely an improvement from her, and definitely someone that I can see with me. So I'm like, eventually, I'm like, when they're gonna add her in the mix, because they need to start selling that. But I'm guessing with what Nikki Cross did and everything else, that might be the added fix on that notion overall. But
right.
Yeah, but as far as how the Wyatt Six, or Wyatt Sick, however you choose to pronounce it, but the fact of how they gone on, I'm glad they actually chose to show themselves versus staying in that mask. Now I do agree though, Buddy with the attire of, I forgot which one it is, but pretty much the one that had the dreads. Mr. Silent Assassin himself. Dexter Loomis, right? So yeah, I did not know he got that much growth of hair to put that on, but nonetheless, I don't know if that's a. I don't know.
He been gone for a while now.
He been gone for a while, but to bring that master to the hair, I mean, I guess, but. But nonetheless, I mean, I'm glad for them to finally get started and get kicking in, because a lot of people have been wondering about this whole Wyatt Six. Like I said, WWE's been morally selling them as an entertainment of story, which has been good, but eventually you can only sell a story so long until people won't start seeing action. Right, and they're not putting them in action right now, showing off some movesets and everything else. So it's been interesting. So right now, it's only with timing, right? As far as how far they go.
Yeah, we finally get to see them wrestle next week, though. Finally. Right. They're still saving both daddies, though. they saving both for I guess another major pay-per-view.
Yeah, they're gonna save it down the stretch.
Oh yeah,
because I think the only reason why they're gonna save it down the stretch is very dependable on who are they trying to lock in as being a tag team in that team. Like, is it gonna be Joe Gacy with Shaw, or is it gonna be Shaw with Mr. Redbeard, or is however that setup is.
Right.
So,
Oh man. So Sami Zayn and Braun Breaker, which was a nice closing segment for a go home show for them two. But Sami stood tall, how that go. So I think Braun Breaker might take it this time.
I can see Braun taking.
Yep. So that was like I said, tonight we're really more adding to the stories to SummerSlam, really, basically.
Yeah, the final hoorah of just spicing things up, trying to see where everything's gonna be at in the moment of this. For me, my biggest thing with it is just more so it's just right now it's just a little bit of flair, a little bit of filler. I mean to say to where this could be at right now. But I'd say right now it just looks very surprising, because right now I wouldn't be surprised in some means of, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised Braun will probably win it this time around more than anything else over Sami.
Right.
And the only reason I say that even now is because honestly, you really have to sit there and look at it and be like, what are you really going to do with Jey Uso? Because
I think they just buying time to put him back in the bloodline story, which is the
that's the
bloodline
obvious
story.
choice.
It's really messing him up.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. I don't blame the bloodline story because, okay, other than SummerSlam, where else he could have go? What else after then? You ain't gonna be a part of the bloodline story that much longer. So that's why I'm like, you really can't blame bloodline story. That's just a cop out at this point, because you're only in there for 1/5. Unless they change, unless they somehow end up changing Roman, and unless they do like I said before, because I did hear rumors that Netflix would want either Cody or Roman to be on Raw because they want someone to be a big face image on as far as the rosters, which, you're really not going to get neither, because the problem is wherever you move one, you got to move the other, because they're all in the same freaking story.
That's why they brought John Cena back, because
but I think that was going to happen regardless, because John said that this is his last run, so he's just going to do one last run overall, which is why I'm not surprised he's doing it on Raw, because of course Netflix, and of course you can literally have no cap on your voice, which means you could go more deadly on the mic for one last hoorah. So I'm not surprised at all.
Right.
But that's just the thing right there, because my thing is, the only way I can see that happen if they were to flip it, if Survivor Series is like it was back in the days. Like, for bragging rights, you get to pick certain people and send them over to the roster. But that means if you pick a champion, that means the other champion has to swap over in combatos, meaning if you end up choosing Cody to go to Raw, where there's more heels finally, then it's like, okay, here's the problem. That means you automatically have to change Damion Priest over to SmackDown. Okay, if you choose the women's champion, whoever that is, to switch over, same thing. You got to choose that same thing. You got to keep swapping championships across the board. So that is the big dilemma, right? Like, you have to switch around players, switch around groups, all that, just to get a new start and everything else. So that's the only way I see that WWE is going to be able to get that done, because that's the only other way. Because other than that, then it's basically going to be Roman going for the Royal Rumble. He wins it, and then he cashes his opportunity on the World Heavyweight Champion. But that'll be pointless, because whoever's World Heavyweight Champion, there's no story to that at all, unless it's CM Punk. But even then, that'll even be worthless, because, of course, you're talking about The Rock, and then, of course, Roman Reigns with The Rock, and it's like, okay, by that time, The Rock will more likely have the title. You ain't going to sell that story. So you have to have them swap themselves over. And the only way that's going to happen is if you do it at Survivor Series, and then you talk about bragging rights of picking players and switching around people, which that's the only way I can see it happening if they do it. But time to tell how they try to set that up, because Netflix, you want that to happen, but I don't think so it's going to happen.
They got time to work out the kinks, though.
But that's my whole point. And working out the kinks would be trying to do Survivor Series and switching around players, because that's the only way I can see that.
If they don't switch around players, shit, they might have to bring Obafemi up, man.
Nah, I don't think so. They're gonna do that anytime soon.
Who?
Nah,
I don't think they're gonna bring him up either. But yeah, how you think Damion Priest looking right now? Like, overall?
So I still think Damion Priest look good. They are slightly making Gunther look weak, because the way how he's reacting to the shots, and let alone, he's not as countering as you would think he would be. He looks sort of slow in reaction time. He's not even countering the way he should be, because you would think, as dominant Gunther is just like, okay, you got a passionate Damion Priest, and okay, fine. But it's like, don't make your top heel guy look like a bum that hasn't been doing this for like years.
Right.
At the same time. But nonetheless, either which way how that transpires, I had heard some rumors that they're saying Gunther is not going to win the title. And they're saying that pretty much because of the fact of what he has been saying as far as calling Damian Priest, trash and all of this and talking about the prestige and everything. But I'm like, in my head, I don't see there is a problem with that. What I look at is you have to sit here and ask yourself two simple facts, because if someone says that about somebody, regardless if it's you're trying to boost someone up, you're trying to give the hype to them, you give them reasons to really level it up now, because everyone's been testing you, but no one hasn't talking down on you, right?
Right.
So it's like with Gunther, I look at that and I say to myself, that was the smartest play he could have done, because we all know how this is, right? If you sell the quote-unquote misstep in the error that you do to yourself in the match, then you're fucked. And that means the heel is correct and you're wrong. But if you prove him wrong, then it's like, well, it also does you good as well. So I don't see no wrong within Gunther doing what he said, other than that because of the reasons behind the wording and everything. People are saying, Gunther was sort of being, racist and all that.
Oh,
and
Lord,
I'm like,
here we go.
oh, yeah, they threw that card out there, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I'm like, okay.
Ain't no
I'm
way,
like, say,
man.
And I get it, right? It's like you told someone he's this, and you know what, you live probably better than he did, and everything, and that seems racist because you was in a power play, he was in a unpower play, and I get that point. But in the same notion is like, y'all do know he's not the one who wrote that part, right? Like y'all do know that, right? Y'all do know that, right? Like, okay.
Yeah, I know it's scripted, right? Yeah, damn, people get so lit up over nothing. Come on,
right,
man.
but
It's a show. That's just like saying you watching the Captain America and they down talk each other the same way wrestling did, and now you mad at the goddamn show. Come on, man. It's a TV show. It's a fucking show.
Right.
Oh
So,
God.
I mean, again, I'm not surprised. I won't be surprised if Damian Priest wins, but even then, I still wouldn't believe that he deserves to win at that point either. For me, because I'm serious. Like, if I'm talking about right now where everything is at right now, and everything else, I still say this to before. Like, granted, again, like even if you didn't want anyone from the bloodline as far as Tama Tonga to win it, right? Okay, whoever else would have moved on. I think what Gunther had to face Randy. So even if Randy had the opportunity, and Randy was going to take the opportunity to face Cody Rhodes for the title. But see, you would have known right then and there, Randy having that time, having that moment, switching the gear for that true heel, switching that gear for that everything else, knowing that he's been losing ever since he got back, other than the one time that he did, he did War Games and stuff. He's been losing ever since. And at this point, Randy's at a time where he's like, hey, screw this. I came back from hell. I messed everything up because I tried to be the hero. And he says, screw this. Screw that. Screw being the hero.
Right.
And he chooses to be the villain. And this is where he comes in and be the heel. Because at this point, I'm going to be honest with you, you got Gunther to lose the title. But not only to someone that I don't believe that deserved it, which, what's so crazy? I didn't know Sami Zayn was a 4-time IC champion. I thought that was his first title.
Oh, no. Did not know. Sami won that motherfucker multiple times since he got to Grand Raw.
And I'm surprised because I did not know that. I did not know that. That's so sad. But I also told you how much I felt about Sami, because personally, I didn't think he deserved to win this one.
Now, see, what I told you, man, I'm telling you, what happened was Jey Uso supposed to be having the IC title, but since he's stuck in the bloodline story, he wasn't allowed to win it.
But see, again, that looks like BS, because again, he was already out of the bloodline story for the some fact. Like again, it doesn't matter if you're in it or you're not. That doesn't stop you from being a solo champion. Even if you were to sit here and say, okay, Jimmy versus Jay, regardless if it's a title on the line or not, it's still going to be the same thing of who's the better brother. The only thing is one brother's walking with a title in hand and the other one ain't. So my thing is, think about it. If the older brother by a couple of minutes is facing the younger brother, and the younger brother got a title, and I'm the older brother with no title, and I beat my younger brother that y'all be calling main event Jey Uso, Mr. Heat Man, and all this shit with all this hype, winning, all these other things when I was injured and everything, and I beat him. Then what the hell that makes me? And that's my whole point. Like, it didn't really matter. You could still let him win, and then if you wanted to make Jimmy the winner, it would still look good on Jimmy, but at the same time, it'll still look good on Jay because Jay's still going to go on and still defend the title regardless. So it's like, it's still a win-win situation regardless if he win the title or not, which honestly he should have won, because now we wouldn't be sitting around here with this dry-ass Mr. Yeet Man, Mr. Main Event Jey Uso. How the fuck you Mr. Main Event? And you over here playing mid-card, and you over here playing Holla at Mommy. Like, what the frick is this?
For real though.
So this is it's just stupid to me, bro. It's just very stupid. Because he honestly should have won that IC title. It just made it worse. And I already knew he wasn't going to win Money in the Bank, because what's the point? You win Money in the Bank, then what? You're going to be a heel, you're going to be a face, and you're going to be a face, and you're going to do what? Cash it in honorably? You the fuck out of here. You better cash it like Liv Morgan. Take your opportunity. Let that mofo, whoever you fucking cash it on, raise the fuck up, and then kick them right in the face. Because that's the only way they could have sold it. They could have sold it as he coming down to the freaking ramp, get into the ring, hand the referee the briefcase, start the match over. Whoever the champion at that time fights. Jay's out there going on 10, trying to do as much damage as he can, and then wins. But they ain't gonna sell that. They ain't gonna do that. So this is why right now, and this is going back to the good old Roman. This is not the Roman, but this goes back to the good old Samoan letdown and beatdown of just everybody. You look at anybody, most Samoans don't get that up there unless you're The Rock. But even then, always, every single which way, there's always a moment in time where the Samoan family always got to be thrown down in the dirt, always got to be shunned, always got to be less freaking rewarding. And this is why I sit here and say a lot of people that quote unquote have a bad time or had a bad experience with WWE, y'all motherfuckers can't talk because y'all have more than what they had in their whole generation, in their whole time of being there. You have more than what they had. Y'all, we're talking about, it was a horrible relationship between me and them. Horrible relationship. Okay, you got a world title. You were Intercontinental multiple times. You were U.S. title a few times, maybe a couple multiple times. You were tag champions here and there. Horrible title. Oh, horrible career. Bull crap. You got more than most people. That's why I'm like, there's certain people I can't even look at and feel sad for because y'all got more than what y'all thought y'all did. Don't even think you got less. Because trust me, there's people that's been in this business that got extremely less than you. Literally. Knowing they should have got more. So I just be like, bro, it's the same thing. That's why I'm like, I find it funny how a lot of the bloodline, I just find it funny because everyone will say, hey, I don't want to be the first guy to be, somewhere in the big picture, somewhere else other than WWE, outside of where the Samoan family be going at, because all the Samoan family end up in WWE. I don't want to be the first guy to motherfucker end up somewhere else. I'm like, are you insane? Do you not see the BS that your family went through? Why would you want to come through here? Barely any respect. What the frick are we talking about? Destroy Solo's career. I'm still tripping about that. I'm still tripping about that. Can't make it make sense. Just can't make it make sense.
Yeah, I know where you coming from on that. But yeah, that's what they should have did, man. They should have. Man, I always said though, man, like the Bloodline story was good, but it's still like now you putting everybody out of place. Really right.
Exactly. And they over here just
Solo should have never left NXT. And if Jey Uso gonna thrive on this, he should be a champion right now.
I mean, honestly, because you know what's crazy? I heard stories that they were talking about like Jay and NXT for, I don't know if it was the North American or or trying to hit at the NXT championship. But I'm like, hey, you know what? I wouldn't be mad about it. But the thing is, are y'all gonna sit him there? No. Y'all not gonna do it. Y'all not gonna pull that plug on that man and give him that. No. And that's the thing. Like, what's the point? Like, y'all not gonna do it. You ain't pulling no plugs nowhere. The best and last resort place you could probably send them is freaking NXT. But at this point in time, let's be real. Y'all ain't gonna give him that because y'all really gonna push this man to be over Femi. You line out your behind. NXT World Champion. Okay, you got a trick, and now you get a bottle trick down even worse. Okay, you may as well just sell tricks heel turn already if you're gonna do that. I'm like, wait, what are we talking about here? Like, This game, like, come on, man, come on. Yeah, you already know y'all fucked this up. This is why I sit here and say he may as well win that briefcase, able to cash it on any and anybody. Cash it up on the United States title and just go back to SmackDown because it's the only other option. Because you already gonna throw him in the Bloodline story, you may as well just throw him in there. What else are you gonna do?
Man, they're gonna pull some bullshit like throw Sami Zayn back in the.
Boy, Lord have mercy! Don't you? Oh hell no! Hell no!
They gonna throw Sami Zayn back in the story.
I swear for God, boy, let me find out they do that dumb shit. No, I do not want Sami Zayn nowhere near the Bloodline story. If he comes back in the Bloodline story, it's only because they can't get the certain Bloodline character in, which means they not buying. They like fuck that shit.
Right. Yep. I can see that. I can definitely see that.
But at this point in time, as far as like, because I know a lot of people, saying, who's it gonna be? Is it Roman gonna come back? Is it gonna be Jimmy gonna come back? I mean, it can go either which way. I know a lot of people saying that Roman's gonna come back in SummerSlam and help Cody retain the title. I know people are saying Jimmy's gonna come back, just like how he did Jay, and he's gonna, screw over Solo for the title. My thing is, it's gonna be a lot because the thing is for me is I don't see neither one of them coming in to do anything. And the reason why I say that is because let's be honest, you pretty much have Tama Tonga, you have Jacob Fatu, you have Tonga Lu, all wrapped around you in your corner. I mean, unless they are stripped from being there, that's the only other way it goes down. That's going to be the only way that Solo going to get screwed over. Other than that, you got three guys you got one tank that's literally willing to take a shot and get back up like it was nothing. Like, bro, nah.
That's crazy.
Nah. 9 out of 10, bro. Nah, it ain't gonna be that simple. It just ain't gonna be that simple. So I won't be surprised by the time they do SmackDown. They say all three of the Bloodline members are excavada from the corner, like I won't be surprised if they do that because that's what they're gonna do. And then that's when it's gonna be like, okay, you can see Jimmy or Roman come out and do that ish and all that other extra mess.
Right.
But even then, it's like once they do that, I can just see all three of the the Bloodline Mafia come down and start interfering because you already closed out the match. So fuck. So. But it's just very much of a wiggle room of all that notion going down. But that right there is just whatever. Honestly, it's just whatever at that point.
Man, but, it's twisted. It's very twisted.
Yeah, because right now, it's like I said. Honestly, I don't really like how this has all been set up. Really, like the way how it's been set up and everything. If that was gonna be the case, if y'all gonna set up this way, the way you're gonna set it up, you may as well just have Solo in the King of the Ring. Let him win. Let him beat Gunther, which would have been way more better for him anyways at this point.
Right.
But of course, again, destroying Solo's character even further into the dirt. Because he wasn't never those Samoan Street Fighter. He was just Solo Sikoa, the body.
Right. That's it.
This is complete utter bull. Because he could have went King of the Ring. He could have waited until SummerSlam, which would have made common sense, which also would have made his stature more clear of being quote-unquote tribal chief. Just like, once upon a time when Roman smacked the crap out of what's-her-name at the point in time when he was King of the Ring and put that crown on his head while having a chair over his freaking body.
Right.
I mean, again, I can write this better than any writer that y'all have. What are we talking here? I think almost anybody can write this better than any writers y'all have.
Because I don't really think Roman needed Solo to help him beat Drew.
Say it again.
I said I don't think Roman needed Solo to help him beat Drew McIntyre. Like that should have just been a one-on-one. If they wanted to use cheating, could have just used the old-fashioned low blow.
I mean, but that's the thing though. They always keep selling Roman in a quote unquote defeated state until something major happens, and then he's at the trump, and then he got the trump card, like any high graded, villain, quote unquote. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you can say that, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, this is why I say Gunther as a heel is just way more better, like top tier wise. Like, the thing is, Gunther don't even have the same thing Roman has as far as, the special treatment, someone that's speaking for him, all that, but he is dominating as clear as day. Whereas Roman, you got all the fixtures. You got all the fixtures. You got every fixture you can think of. But the thing is, you still need all the help you can get. I mean, Take it how you want to take it as far as how you want to look at Roman's timeline within the whole tribal chief thing, but Roman has just been average in my opinion. I mean, as far as just selling the road, he's been great, don't get me wrong, but as far as just for what it is, it's like this ain't nothing really to me.
Wow.
Because you showed it every single time. He could have lost it. You could have lost it to a old banged up Edge. You could have lost it to someone that's on his last limb, Daniel Bryan. Well, I can't say last limb, but still. I mean, let's be real about it. Like, and in Drew, that looked like he just had way more firepower in him. You could have lost against Drew if Solo didn't came. Right. I mean, let's be real. Like, anybody that looks at this and just have their own opinion at it, they could have been like, you could have lost those titles in any given freaking moment.
Yep.
Literally, you could have lost it at any given moment, and people would have been okay with it. People were screaming for Roman to lose, but it never came.
Now they screaming they want him back.
Hey, the same way how they were screaming for Solo to be tribal chief. Now they're like, we don't care about you, boo you, and We want Roman Reigns back. I'm like, y'all wishy-washy, but it's like, god damn.
The fans don't know what the hell they want.
Of course they don't. That's why the WWE is always directing what they want, which is like, I'd be like, how do y'all don't see through this? Like,
now I can see why Vince just did what the fuck he wanted to do.
Pretty much, because it's like that's what it shows. It's like when you look at it, that's
Vince,
what it is.
Vince was like, I don't give a damn what y'all want. I'm running this show how I want it, because y'all ain't gonna be satisfied regardless.
But that's the thing. The problem is, even if they were to give us what we wanted, is how they sell it. Like, for instance, we finally get Cody to finish the story, right? We got what we wanted. But the thing is, the end result, look at it. It's horrible. It's mediocre as fudge. This is not a title run. This is just for charity. We're to do your own man a favor and give you one.
That's it.
Like, what the frick is this?
Yep.
And this is why I sit here and say, like,
a
part of me truly do wish that Solo wins, but at the same time, I know he won't.
Yeah, everybody title run looking kind of flip, on the downside. Right? Who you think got the best title run at the moment on the main roster?
The best title run, if we're talking about men,
all of them. I'm talking about
no. Well, I'm gonna talk about men and women differently, but for men, for singles competitor, men wise, definitely Damian Priest got the best title run. They ain't no doubt about it, bro. I'm sorry. They because when you look at his side of the roster, there's enough heels that you can throw at him to take the title.
Right.
And there's enough people that you can throw at him to continue it, because he's always trying to quote unquote prove himself, since this is his first ever world title ever. So personally, he has enough to go around when it comes to facing top talent. It don't matter who it is. And the thing is, they're slowly and surely converting him to a face every week, every wishing day, while being in a heel team. So he's in a perfect niche. You can't lose with that. And they sold it pretty good so far. So he can't lose. And he's the best one out there. Again, I don't really like Sammy winning the IC title. I do believe he's going to lose it against Braun Breaker. The crowd doesn't even booze Braun Breaker. They bark with him. That tells you everything. They bark with him. Even when he's in the wrong, they bark with this man. So he's winning that title. I don't care what no one says. He win that title. Like, they ain't nowhere in God's green graces that Braun Breaker goes in SummerSlam and doesn't walk away with that title. There's just no way. There's just no way.
Right. I can see him winning this time around.
And Logan Paul is definitely the worst as world champion. I mean, the worst title. Yeah, he's just the worst. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, yeah. No, he's just the worst. He's just the worst, period. Because he hasn't even defended. He hasn't even defended it. It's like, this is why I hate about celebrity champions. Like, no. This shit is just dry and old. Like, no. Get that ish out of there. I hope, truly, I do hope, Mr. LA Knight wins that, because you gotta get that out of there.
They better not drop the ball on that shit. Not unless they trying to upset the fans on purpose.
Upset my behind. I don't want to hear that ish. They need to drop that title.
Shit, Logan Paul win, we riot. God damn it, shit.
No, let's be real, because like the United States title was a title that you defend every night.
Right.
Every night. So that's also, if you think about it, just through LA Knight alone, that's a title that you can slowly and surely make people heel off of, because there's too much dang faces in SmackDown already. So there needs to be some people that change his face around here and go to heel, because that thing is dry. And that's the biggest mistake they did with Cody, because they should have never thrown him over there. To be honest, this is why I was correct when I said this. Well, technically, I was no. I was an alternate correct because I didn't say Judgment Day going over to SmackDown, but I should have, but I didn't. But even then, that was because of multiple different factors. But
Yeah.
this is why they should have moved Judgment Day over to SmackDown because it's the only clear sense that made. He was, because think about it, Damian Priest would have been the heel against a bunch of faces, and then Cody would have been on a roster with a bunch of heels with a few faces that he knows, which would have been okay because that would work out for both of them. But no, they ruined SmackDown and made that. They pretty much destroyed SmackDown all over again and make it the bottom bunk show, which is asininely impossible because how the hell you let Roman run it, build it, made it popular in his time range, but then you make it bottom bunk when Cody Rhodes take it over. That is the most stupidest thing I ever saw.
Mm.
And I'm like, you can't make this up. You just can't make this up. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. So it was just horrible. That was just horrible. But yeah, men's wise, Damian Priest is up there. I'm gonna have to say Sami Zayn's better at this point versus everybody else on the list because I just have to. I don't really like his run because I do believe JH should have got that title, and it would have been more better off. Cody would have to be number 3, and then of course Logan Paul would be 4.
Right.
As far as single run titles. As far as tag team, both of those guys are in the loop because they just recently got them, but they never did nothing with them. So neither one of them are up or down. They're just right there.
And it's crazy. It's crazy how it's on SmackDown, DIY defend their titles against the Bloodline. I just don't think nobody see the Bloodline losing. Unless Jimmy.
They don't. Yeah, that's it. Exactly. That's the only way you can see it. And that's why I'm like, it's stupid. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm so pissed that they allowed Kevin Owens to injure Tonga Lu because this would have been a perfect moment to welcome God as an official tag team.
Right.
Or just call them the Tonga Brothers, one or the other. But y'all flipped the script on that and got him on an injury patch. And I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me.
That boy got that one eye patch.
that was horrible. I'm like, man, you can't make this up. So
crazy.
So for that, I'm like, yeah, for the tag title, that's just what it is. Now, as far as for the females, I really can't pick between either or because again, I look at that as limbo. I look at it as you could take it how you want it. If you want to say story wise, I think Liv and Rhea's story has been way more better. If the only reason I won't put Bailey up there is because the way how they're setting it up with between her and Nia Jax, and then of course Miss Tiffany Stratton, it's pretty much the same thing with Alexa Bliss. It's just copy and paste.
Right.
So I'm not gonna even give that credence. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, that's. Oh Lord. I don't even know why they paired them up if they weren't gonna let them go for the tag titles. But
well, that's my point. So that's why I'm like, I'm not giving that credence.
That's crazy, man. They fucked me up with that when they paired them up. I was for sure Chelsea Green was gonna win Money in the Bank, but they want the pink briefcase, they want merchandise, and they want the sales.
Yeah, but you gotta think about it too. You know why I never believed that they was gonna give it to Chelsea Green? Because Nia would have. There ain't no one that's gonna believe Chelsea was gonna survive Nia Jax at all, bro. Like,
I mean, she had Piper to help her win it. You feel me? So
I mean, I hear that part, but that's the issue. That's why I'm like, but when you put those two by themselves in a ring together, how far does that go?
I mean, Chelsea wasn't. I wasn't looking at her being no champion, but I was just looking at her being the character to hold the briefcase. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you talking about the briefcase? Okay,
yeah. Just the prestige.
No. If you're talking about the briefcase, that's
not just the act. You know what I'm saying? Just the act of having the briefcase as a heel.
Oh no. Oh yeah, nah. The briefcase part that's different. I'm thought you talking about like her having the title. I'm like,
Nah, I don't believe in her. She probably never win that goddamn titles. She probably
oh
win
no,
the mid
I
card.
believe she can get the title. I mean, if she won Money in the Bank, I would have believed she got the title because
Yeah,
it would make common sense. Because at the point of cashing it, the point of using Piper to help her out to cash it successfully and all that, I wouldn't be surprised. My only thing afterwards is how they would have done it afterwards because at this point, they would really have to take that girly BS and kick it up a notch.
right.
Which, once again, WWE horrible behind. This is why I can't stand. This is why I can't stand WWE for life of me.
Oh man,
This
they
entertainment blase is pathetic, man.
yeah, the entertainment part is really it's kicking in, but it's not kicking ass. That's it.
Because it irks me, dog. That's why I be looking at some of these wrestlers be like, y'all deserve to be in NXT. I don't care where y'all came from when you have the experience. Y'all be moving like y'all NXT players. Go be there. Bring some pros, man. Golly, like I be hating that, man.
Yeah,
I
they got
swear
to amp this shit up. They got to amp this shit up a little more, man.
I
They
can't
got. What you
stand
think
it.
about Damage Control coming back being faces?
See, I don't know if that's the right play right now. Cause I get it, you know, Sonya Deville,
Shayna Baszler, always
Shayna
start.
Baszler, you know, Zoe Starks. They, you know, they got that, you know, they got that Infinity Dark Aura right now. They got that villainous thing right now. They do, but I'm not gonna just sit here and think to myself, oh, you know, that Damage Control is gonna change. Just gonna change and go face like that's very dependable. But no, I for me personally, I like Damage Control. I mean, where they are. If you want to switch it to face, fine. But at this point, knowing the amount of women tag teams that they've now created, I just don't want to even see it being a thing. Like, hold on, let me actually check this because I really don't want to see.
So they're just gonna drop the fucking ball.
Because
They really-
Asuka's still
Oh, yeah,
not back
Asuka's
because
gonna
of
return.
injury, and this is the reason why I say I don't really want them to be faces because with Asuka coming back, you're really gonna overpower, you know, Sonya Deville, Baszler, and Sparks anyways.
okay.
That's gonna be 4/3. So you gotta think about that in the long run. And
So they really gonna drop the ball on the range EO Sky. They just gonna act like they're gonna act like we gonna forget that. Like that never happened. Like she never will fucking go into range.
but that's my whole point. And that's why I'm like, that would be a bad move at this point because that just don't make no sense. It just don't. And let's be honest, like like I said before, Asuka's injured, but when she comes back, I mean, you got pretty much what? You got two former champions, you got two people that were tags, and then you got Dakota Kai. Make it make sense. Like no.
Russ said Dakota Kai, like yeah, Dakota Kai.
So I don't even like that as being an option to be a face, especially with everything that's going on. Because you gotta think about it. If you change that into a face, eventually you have to start looking at all the different options in there. It's like, is there even enough women heels on Raw then if you do that? That's another thing.
Right.
So
basically they need to stay heels but fight over dominance.
Right, like just be the female dominance.
Yeah, they fighting over dominance because they fight another heel team who's saying they more dominant than they are. So
right,
pretty much what they be fighting. Yeah.
Right. So that's why I'm like, okay, just stack that up a little bit more. But other than that, I mean, pretty much that's what I would say. Just keep that dark. I mean, we'll see what happens in due time, but I just hope they just keep that dark. because they don't need to keep that anything else at this point. The only thing that they do need to change is motherfucking Miz and R-Truth, because that ain't working.
Hell no. That shit been passed, dude.
They need to excavate on that long time.
That's it. That shit
See,
was good.
Miz is a perfect person to send to SmackDown right now.
Shit, he a perfect person to really just go heel and go after Damian Priest too. But that should have been ended that R-Truth shit, man. With the Miz. Yeah, he was more funnier when he was fucking with Judgment Day.
That's why I'm laughing like that. That shit was pointless.
Damn.
So,
and yeah, I think that's.
Let's be honest, they haven't showed them yet trying to go back for the tag titles either. That's why I'm like, okay, this tag run is dead. Like, come on.
Oh, it's over with. The Miz will be turning heel soon.
That's why I'm saying that shit dead. Like, and that's why I'm like, man, y'all haven't even gone for the tag titles yet. Y'all just lost them. Y'all haven't gone back for them. Like SummerSlam, y'all not even challenging at SummerSlam for them. So this story is majorly dead. Like, what we doing out here?
Yeah, that story been died down.
That's why I'm like, man, everything in WWE is just turning to be like nothing but a piece of ish. WWE messed up everything. When I say everything, they messed up everything. Completely everything. I mean, sure, don't get me wrong. You know, Bobby got bad timing and injuries and all that, but even then, they still messed up everything.
That's crazy.
Cause I ain't go out like, okay, let's say hypothetically, Bobby isn't injured right now, and he's still in wrestling. He's still in SmackDown. Okay, I can see Bobby versus the Bloodline under Solo. You know, Bloodline Mafia. I can see that.
Right.
But the thing is, it's like, well, to what means though? Just the dominance. Okay, just the dominance. Okay, fine. I mean, that's where it's at, because the tag team titles were in a float of nothing. The Tongas don't got the tag titles. I mean, they did compete for it, even though that's Tonga with Jacob Fatu.
Right.
So
that's crazy.
Oh man. So what else is in the mix of the? What else was in the mix of the story? I know we talked. I know you mentioned what's the name? Let me go find him. Oh yeah, I know you mentioned the whole Sheamus, Pete Dunne, and then
oh yeah, that was, I was gonna ask you
and
about
Braun and Bronson Reeds. Yeah, I don't like the whole
the Pete Dunne situation.
Yeah, so the Brunson, I don't like the Bronson Reeds thing either. I don't like him being in the mix of things either, but it's where he's at with it right now, because it's not like they're not going to give him no IC title. Another thing. So, I mean, pretty much if he just knocking heads and, you know, slapping people across the head and, you know, dropping them, and as he moves on forward, I mean, that's all good, because don't get me wrong, win over Sheamus is good for Brunson, but the fact that he's been winning it the way he's been winning it is not enough, I guess, to, you know, propel him to the next guy. Because by now, I would have been like, okay, you beat Sheamus, so send him to the next dog that you wish to sacrifice on his way. So I'm like, because this is just you know, pointless. I mean, by now, y'all should have just been started the whole Pete Dunne and Sheamus storyline by now. But then, of course, what you did the whole Pete Dunne versus, what's the name? Trick Williams. You did Pete Dunne out of nowhere with Trick Williams. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on with this one?
Right.
Now you setting this other story up. So now I'm like, man, y'all just setting up a bunch of stories with Pete Dunne right now. And don't get me wrong, I get it. Y'all bring back the Bruiserweight finally. But, sheesh.
Right.
I got this man with Sheamus, then y'all got this man with Trick. Like, hey, I'm glad his stock going up, but what does this all really lead to? Like, let's start fixing on some stories here. Let's start connecting some dots. But sliding back over to what you said about Xavier Woods facing what's the name? Karrion Kross.
Oh yeah, Karrion Kross.
Man, I can't say this enough already about Xavier Woods at this point. I can't say this enough. I mean, really, I can't say this enough, bro. I can't say this enough. Heel turn, go solo, get some notoriety, man. Become an old man. Become your own man. Get a title, goddamn it. This is getting old. It's really getting old. You're gonna walk out here lesser than fucking R-Truth without a title.
Damn.
Literally, I say that profoundly. You're gonna walk out here with less than R-Truth of with title reign. Because if I'm not mistaken, if I go look right here, let me see. Yep, R-Truth got 2 United States Championships, 2 tag team titles, one with Miz, one with Kofi, 2 WWF Hardcore Championships, and then of course he was 54 times, even though that don't really matter. 24/7 championship, but so far, just looking at singles title, he's gonna be better than Kofi is, hands down. He's gonna be better than Kofi. I mean, even if you were to look at the TNA career, he's better. Well, not better than Kofi, but better than Xavier. Even if you look at their TNA runs, he's better than TNA. He's a 2-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Let's call it for what it is, man. This is dry.
Yeah, they can be doing way more with Xavier Woods. It's time for him to take head of his own shit.
Like literally, all you gave this man is 4 times tag time champions, SmackDown's tag time champions, NXT tag champions 1 time. In TNA, he's only won a world title. That's it. Your career is mediocre under that man. You are nothing. You're just a filler. You're just a filler full with entertainment and a good look of entertainment. Congratulations, you're pawned like another black man on a daily in WWE in anywhere. No freaking ounce of respect. Y'all don't even ask for respect from y'all. Y'all just be like, hey, I got the bread, bro. That's all I care for. Get the fuck out of here. Ain't no damn sense. Ain't no in God's green in God's green hell that I'm gonna sit here, let my other 2 teammates had great single careers or decent single careers, and I'm the only one looking like a sore thumb out the group. The fuck,
right.
Like
that's crazy.
And as far as for Cross, he's just another guy that's like, I ain't gonna lie, Cross, you may as well just pack up your bags because you in a very horrible situation.
Oh man,
Cross is a very horrible situation, dog. He I ain't gonna lie, when they set up Cross with AOP, that was actually not the best thing they could have did for him, honestly. And the reason why I say that is because it's not like they helped him dominated his singles title run, and B, I mean, honestly, this doesn't put him nowhere closer to no title. I mean, what does it? I mean, he's pretty much the bottom rung dude right now, slowly gravitating to a title while making a standstill, and that's what they're doing. They're slowly making him a title run by going after these lesser bottom bunk dudes. This is why he's facing Xavier Woods, because he's a lesser bottom bunk dude, and he's gonna work his way up. But you got 2 of the biggest guys in tag team history, and this is how far you're going. Get the freak out of here! Get out of here! You can't make this. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. No, you can't make this up. That makes no sense.
Damn.
Because every which way you look at this is by far like this is literally the most worstest like thing you could ever done to a roster ever. Like I ain't gonna lie. Like I look at a lot of these people, I've been like, man, there's a few I would let go. There's a few I would have said take back to NXT, and then there's just others like I probably switch them on different rosters, literally, because you can't make this up. You just can't.
Mm.
What other parts of the story that I missed that we didn't touch on?
I think that's pretty much close to about it. I think. Yeah, I think we went through everything.
What was the final match of the show, if anything? I don't know.
The final match was Finn Balor and Gunther.
Oh, that was okay. That's the final match. We already covered that. There's not much to cover between CM Punk, Damion Priest, and that. That's already common sense between them. How that's gonna go, because we already know it's gonna be nothing but shenanigans. And 9 times out of 10, one of them is gonna either punch, kick, Seth Rollins, which is gonna only make it worse between the three.
Yeah,
So
we're gonna go through them predictions tomorrow night.
Yeah. So I think that's pretty much it right there. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Till SmackDown, pretty much.
Right. I was trying to get my damn night back to work.
Oh, that's easy. You know how to do it?
I mean, I got it as a moderator, but the motherfucker ain't doing shit.
Yeah, you have to make it attached to your channel though. Just because
I got it. Yeah, I got it. It's linked to my channel.
Give me a moment. Real quick.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see. This is giveaways. And it's custom.
Oh shoot! But did you went to the Nightbot website?
Yeah.
And it shows you that when you click it to be a part of the channel, that it's connected.
Yeah, it's a part of the channel. I got it as put it in my moderator section. So it's linked to the channel.
Yeah, because it should be linked if you already have it all connected.
Got my timers on. It ain't added nothing in the comment yet, though. I just got some little simple commands on here. They're supposed to hit like, let's cool down a second. Get at the minimal. Mm, let's see. It still ain't. Well, still ain't coming, huh? Y'all hit the like button though, man. Y'all hit the like button while y'all in here. We're about to end the show in a minute, but you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. And hit the like. Make sure you hit the like button. You're new to the channel. I'm telling you right now.
But I am telling you right now.
Hit that subscribe button.
Push the button. Come on, push the button. Come on, push the button.
Yeah, come on, push your button.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button.
You heard what she said.
Shit never gets old.
Yeah, I had to go and fix that motherfucker, man. Yes, sir. And I'm gonna have to go back into it and see what the hell I'm doing wrong. But that's the end of the show, people. We'll be doing we'll do live predictions tomorrow night. We'll be doing live predictions on SummerSlam. Y'all know it's gonna be going down. We're gonna be elaborating on the matches and the stories a little bit more. So, with that being said, I'll be the main event, and I'll catch you all in the next main event. He was a normal man who heard voices in his head. He was a normal man who ran from his demons. He was a normal man that couldn't escape the darkness till one day he was left to die. He then would rise again. He then would embrace the voices. He slayed his demons and he conquered the darkness. Shh.